Back at it again. Welcome back to Headlight Headlines, your daily automotive news podcast. My name is Clayton, back with you all again today. Make sure you check us out on Twitter at HlightHlines, on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Headlight Headlines. We're going to dive on in today, starting out with the 2024 Chevy Equinox, basically being unveiled. This Equinox that's electric, it was made to bring an affordable SUV to the electric market. So they're saying that this Chevy Equinox is going to be about $30,000 starting price with 300 miles of range, optional all-wheel drive, and it's big. It's bigger than most other EVs you can get at that price point. The Bolt obviously has been Chevy's main EV that they've offered recently. And obviously it's a lot smaller of a vehicle than the Equinox, so them kind of getting into this market is going to be really good, especially at this price point. They're saying that it will have, the base trim will have 210 horsepower, 242 pound-feet of torque, and 250 miles of range. Obviously you can upgrade off that to get to about 300 miles. You can also get all-wheel drive. But yeah, they're saying that the higher trim model will be about 290 horsepower and 346 pound-feet of torque. Obviously, the Mustang Mach-E is a little bit more than that, but that car's also a lot more expensive. So this is going to be a pretty, I think it's going to be pretty popular. It should be as it comes out. I think it looks pretty nice too, how it has this the two-tone roof to body colorway. It's kind of going to be big here soon. It's already on a lot of cars that have black roofs, but here are white roofs now. I think it looks really nice. Kind of refreshed that Equinox look. It looks pretty long also. Taillights are nice. This one's the all-wheel drive model that they're showing off in these pictures. But yeah, this blue color is really nice. I like the white roof. Chevy's got some good things coming, I think, with EVs, with Chevy, GMC, and Buick. So if you want a pretty good priced one, check out this Equinox EV that's coming out. And I believe it says it'll go on sale fall of next year, so about a year away. Next up, we have from Dodge the third and fourth special editions of the Charger and Challengers. These are called the Swinger models. The Swinger is a nameplate from, I believe, the Dodge Dart in the 60s and 70s. It was like their Hemi or high horsepower version of the Dodge Dart back then. So now in this green colorway, you have the new Charger Swinger and Challenger Swinger. The pictures are has both, so it's kind of hard to see. The Challenger Swinger, it has a shaker hood actually, and the shaker itself is gold, I believe it says. Where was that? Yeah, gold painted shaker hood, and they also get gold school wheels, is what they're called. They're just gold, and 6-piston brakes, and it basically is a Scat Pack wide body. So it's really cool. It comes in this green color that you see here, also a sublime green, which I believe is a lighter color green, and then white. They're also saying it has a like a faux wood, mod grain wood-like trim on the interior. So yeah, pretty cool. You get leather and Alcantara seats as a plus. And so yeah, we only have 3 more special editions that haven't been unveiled. So we had these two. We had the Shakedown and the Charger Super B. So only 3 more we'll see. I believe they come out every week. So we'll probably see one here next week. Next up, from Honda, we have a secret sports car that was spied that kind of resembles the NSX. So this is a Honda sports car that looks like a mid-mounted engine or an electric car because it has no room in the front for an engine. They were saying that this looked like some crazy new baby NSX But as it turns out, you can see here it says that they was a design study from a few years ago. I know this was kind of a big rave of the internet earlier today and yesterday. Um, but what would you think if Honda brought something like this into the game? I think it would be game changing, especially if it was at that like $50,000 price range. It kind of looks like it would be some crazy supercar look. Um, so yeah, that should be really cool. Obviously, probably nothing will come of it, but it's cool to look at these pictures. If you're listening on podcast, make sure you go look at these pictures online somewhere, because it's crazy looking. Plus, it has a really nice paint job and some cool looking wheels. And then for the last story today, we actually have a bunch of stuff here from Jeep. There are 3 new EVs that have been announced and showcased. There is the Recon, the Wagoneer S, and I believe the other one is the Avenger. The Avenger is not available in the United States. The other 2 are. So you can see already here in this picture, this one is the Recon. It's inspired by the Jeep Wrangler, but it also kind of has the form factor and the shape of like a Jeep Renegade, kind of, where it's like smaller and boxier. But it's more Wrangler-esque than the Renegade ever was. So it's a boxy, mid-size SUV. It has removable doors, and it looks like a small electric off-roader. So there hasn't been much said about it. Check out these pictures if you haven't seen them already. It's kind of got that new fascia that came with the new Cherokee and Wagoneer that came out. More boxier, and it's electric, so that's cool. They're saying that it'll have electronic locking diffs, off-road tires, and underbody protection, some kind of skid plates or something. They're saying it'll most likely be all-wheel drive with dual motors. So yeah, it has a retractable roof. I believe it was showcased here. You can see how some of the glass panels come out too, this rear glass panel. But yeah, so that one's the Recon. I think it looks pretty cool. Not sure about the blue accents on this dark green color, but that's just kind of how their electric branding has been. Next up, we have the Wagoneer S, which is kind of odd looking. This picture is not that good. They're saying it'll have 600 horsepower and 400 miles of range, but it doesn't really look anything like the other Wagoneers. Here, let me find a better picture. Oh, this was the retractable roof on the Recon. That's really cool. So here's the Wagoneer. It kind of looks more like a Cherokee to me, I feel like, but larger. So maybe like a Grand Cherokee electric, but the front is kind of Wagoneer, in the same way that the Recon was. It looks pretty cool. It looks fancy, but not a ton of info about it. It has like a integrated spoiler you can see back here, and it's only 2-row seating, but it's pretty cool looking. It's pretty sleek, if I had to say so myself. And then lastly, this one's not coming to America, but I think it looks pretty cool. The Avenger. This one, they're saying it's smaller than the Renegade, but it looks like the Compass, kind of. But it's smaller than the Compass. So they're saying it's built in Poland, come out next year, and it'll be sold in Europe and other markets. But yeah, the Jeep Avenger, I like the name. I really do kind of like how this one looks. For like a small compact SUV, it looks pretty nice, I think. I'm kind of torn on having 2 different door handles on your car. Like, it looks kind of like you have a 2-door, so that's kind of cool, but you don't. You have a 4-door, so it's like, why? But anyway, not a fan of this yellow color, but I think it looks okay on this. Out of these, I'm most excited for this Recon. After seeing what that retractable roof looks like, I think that's a really cool feature. and then the removable glass panels. If you have all of that open, it'll be just like having a Jeep with the top and the doors off. So yeah, Jeep stepping into the EV market hot with 2 really cool SUVs coming to America, and then another one coming to the rest of the world. But yeah, with that, that's everything I have for today. Like I said before, check us out on Twitter at HLines, on TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify at Headlight Headlines. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.